my best to keep this shit short. Pardon my language, but not really. Okay? Being transparent and real. Blah, blah, blah. A lot of stuff happened growing up. ACEs, childhood trauma, blah, blah, blah. First divorce, after marriage, 3 kids, blah, blah, blah. Moved to a different state, whole bunch of craziness. Work career, up, down, eviction, car repossessions, good credit. Buying stuff. Life is better. Divorce. Damn, what happened to my bank account? Here I am right now, okay? So why am I bringing this up? A lot of us have a lot of stuff that have happened, but the last thing any of us were thinking about is what if the world goes back to the 60s, 50s, 20s, the 1800s? What if people are trying to lock up and ship them or have them work in concentration camps, which is worse than a plantation? We have thousands of people that are sitting in concentration camps in this country right now. Ain't nobody heard nothing about whether or not these people are citizens. What about the alligator Alcatraz folks, 1,200 people? Where are they? But in the meantime, I'm supposed to be sucked up into some party's progress. Identity politics can go somewhere. So let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about something different. It's time to build. Build what? Go outside your house. Look at the people on your street. Get to know your neighbors. Be a community. How do we do that? We've never been that. Black people have been that. But we're hella tribal. And there's some things that have happened in our past that even we have not come to terms with. And we need to do that. That's our work, right? You got to, well, I'm worrying about me and mine. Okay. All right. Yeah. So maybe I'm part of that generation that let some of y'all younger folks down. And now we have alphas or Gen A or whatever the heck they want to call them. That's going to be looking at Gen Z like, y'all let this happen. And Gen Z is looking at millennials like, y'all let this happen. And millennials are looking at Gen Xers like, y'all let this happen. And Gen Xers are looking at baby boomers like, what the? Because oldest of the ones is alive right now. Everybody else is dead. It's all of us. And it's not a color division. Black people and blacks and browns, because you can't really say browns without not including what we perceive to be indigenous. I'm not going to break that down. And some people are just unwilling to believe that not everyone were slaves, just like they cannot look at self and see original man and woman. Just look at the DNA tests around the world, people. Just look at what other countries are saying. Skip this country. Just go outside of this country and you'll understand who the hell you are. And then that puts a lot of pressure on you, right? So why I'm on here? The transformation that I went through to wake the bloop up and come out of a religion that tells me to worship people who look something different than myself, and to worship this ideology of a God who punishes. None of that's true. The Ethiopian Bible hasn't had all of the books taken out. And even that's not the oldest collection of works that tells us something about creation. So why don't I just get rid of the past? Let's just get a broom and sweep it all out. Just sweep it all out. If you had to start over today, like I do, if you were looking at your faith and your faith was looking back at you, what would it tell you? Are you crap out of luck? Or do you have a solid foundation? Do you know who you are? Do you understand that you yourself are an energetic, or as we like to say, spiritual being? Do you understand you have a connection to all things and all things have a connection to you? I'm simplifying a whole bunch of scriptures and hermetic principles. And some of y'all are going to try to demonize what I'm saying. Get off my channel. If you're not here to enlighten self and maybe begin to have a conversation, maybe listen to someone who has been dealing with this since I was a child, expecting people to wake up and realize that we're all part of this massively beautiful thing called life, and we all have a part to play, just like every particle takes shape and form in the universe and does something. So do you. So do I. I'm in a situation where the need I have is not the material thing, but it's dealing with what's going on in here, who I am, and all these things I just said. Proof in the pudding. And I'm not putting anything out there for you to yes or no to, because you're not who I'm talking to right now. I'm talking to my higher self, me, but the higher version of me, which some might call source or God. And I'm not saying I am the true and living God. I'm saying each of us has a higher self, a spirit man, as you like to call it, that is on the inside of all things. We're supposedly made in the likeness and image of God, but we don't identify ourselves as miniature gods. That is what we are if we're made in the likeness and image. So we've been given access to a lot that we block out because someone told us to think small of ourselves. You're so locked because you keep looking external. That's why I'm here today, because I know I have been locked in this trauma response to life because I've been so locked in this unproductive view of myself. No more, I surrender. So I did another video earlier, but I wanted to come on here and talk about what this is that I'm doing. I'm going to invite you, and I'm inviting you in to watch this channel so that the information that I share, may it be downloads, may it be whatever the Most High gives me, that's what I'm going to do here. It's so important to understand that when you break out of old thinking, unproductive thinking, negative, harmful thinking, angry thinking, that you're coming out of a loop that has been drawing negative things to your life. And now you're like, what do I do? The answer is on the inside of you. You're finding value in self. That's going to be hard if you've never had someone show you value, or you've never picked up your own mantle to life and seen value. I spent some years accepting different layers of me and what other people have accomplished in my life, and how I've let my thinking about those things and the experience that I have live in the now, and it's in the past. So that's why I say sweep all the past away. Past is gone. It don't matter what Massa did. Massa dead. Massa is dead. Slavery is not what we're calling this. We're calling this the carceral system. Let's use the vibration of the words today. Carceration means click, clink, clink, locked up. Not able to move freely. Not in control of your life. Paying off a debt. For what? Being broke? Being destabilized? For someone assuming you're going to do some uckery with an F? And so you're better off in there because they caught you on a pretext that you more likely did something wrong. And so to keep the criminals off the street, we're going to lock them. If y'all don't stop with that, you're messing with the people of God. And this country, and any country like it, and any country in agreement with it, knows what's going on. See, there's not a president that has sat that hasn't known that indigenous people in this country were black. And this is the second time this one has been here. And he wants to come back a third time. You know, they ain't told him no. As a matter of fact, there are people already speaking to when he takes the third chance at the throne. These people want to be kings and queens and duchess and dukes. They want to relive Old England, which was at one point in time ruled by black people. These are not fake things. There's proof of the whitewashing, which is happening now. As I found out, one of my ancestors, Lovelace Moore, it was cited as one of the founders of Boise, Idaho, my great-grandfather. And you wonder how old I am. Baby, we don't crack. We don't crack. You see them growers up in there? Yeah, I'm old enough to have a great-grandfather who could have founded in the 1800s, Boise, Idaho. But you won't find those records in the news article that was published December 24th of last year, 2025. No, because that's already been wiped off. I did look in the newspaper archives. And even though the digital listing that Google had, and takes a while for it to remove even when the web page is gone, even though that was there, it's not there anymore. And I was told, good luck. See, this has been happening. I need you to accept you right now. Because we aren't the people if there's no you and no me. You and I. You and I. You and I. You and I. Never said I was a singer, but I tried it. Every wrong note, I tried it. Maybe next time I'll actually sing. Signing off. Been on here too long. Come on back. This was a rant. Yeah, I'm there. I want you to be there with me. So take some time, and we're going to do some deep breathing exercises on the next video. And I'm just going to load up somebody else's stuff because I don't have the time. I want to do it. I need to go meditate. So let's do this.